In this video, I sit down with Pa Pokeman and we discuss the latest dev blog update. Let's go!
Alley Flyer.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? Valley Flying here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. And in this video, taking a look at that latest dev blog update that happened a few days ago regarding the Red Stars, the Save Squad, some more information about the Brotherhood. And it has caused quite an uproar in the community about some of the potential ramifications of what this could mean. Now, I do think that there was a lot of inconclusive information in the dev blog post. I'm still thinking it could be very good. And it also has the potential to be very bad. And I think a lot of people went right to the worst case scenario. So I wanted to give my perspective on this blog post. And I also wanted to get a different perspective on it. So I brought in my boy, Pa Pokeman, to discuss this with me. And he is one of the original content creators for Marvel Strike Force. Been around in the game a long time, knows his stuff, but has a different playing experience than me. You know, I consider myself playing a little more hardcore style, putting hours into this game. I spend some money into this game, and obviously we have some difference in age. So our perspectives are a little different on some of these issues. But that is what we do in this video. We sit down, we talk about it. I'm reading through the blog post, and we discuss primarily the Red Stars, the Save Squads, some of these Brotherhood unlock events, and then we also discuss the cheaters for a little bit. So I hope you enjoy this conversation. Maybe or maybe not will provide you with a fresh perspective on what is upcoming in the game. But at the very least, I hope you find it entertaining. So enjoy. We are talking about this recent dev blog that came out, and people are upset about this, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the Reddit, they've been raising their pitchforks.
All right, so I thought it was interesting when I first read it. So let's read through it again. Maybe there was some things that I missed. Cool picture of Juggernaut, by the way. All right, so hello, Commanders. The Brotherhood of Mutants has arrived. Mystique has brought her infiltration skills to Strike and is available immediately in the Villains campaign. Sabretooth is next, first appearing in the Premium Orb before eventually becoming available by way of his event campaign. So that is good that they're letting us know that it's not, we don't have to be gambling on Premium Orbs just to get Sabretooth.
Thank goodness.
It is a choice that some crazy people make. Myself included on that live stream. Jeez. All right, so Juggernaut crushes his way into his own character orb early in November with Pyro hot on his heels. Raise your hand if you saw a Pyro fire joke coming. Okay. Juggernaut, Sabretooth, and Pyro will each have their own event campaign that tells the story of the Brotherhood's interdimensional battle against Ultimus. Juggernaut's story leads the way in November with Sabretooth and Pyro following in his tracks. Means that Juggernaut's the next guy. I think this is all good so far, right?
Yeah, no, nothing out of the ordinary yet.
All of this sounds good. I was happy about this. This intrigued me. We know that everybody's going to be available in their own event. You know, it's not if people want to gamble, they can. But, you know, they are coming for free with this event. So it's good. All this is good. Magneto himself, the leader of the Brotherhood Mutants, arrives late in November. To unlock Magneto, you need to deploy X-Men and Brotherhood characters in a legendary event. So what this tells me, if I rate, Juggernaut is coming in November, Magneto is coming in November, Sabretooth and Pyro events coming after Magneto is released.
That could be see, I always thought it would be, I thought they were going to do a super quick event, you know, like 1 week or something, and then put out Magneto at the end, but that's also that's an interesting way they could do it, but I don't know, would they just sell them then beforehand?
Yes, I don't know what the heck this means, but if
Poorly explained as
I don't know.
usual.
Maybe you don't need Sabretooth and Pyro to unlock Magneto. Because it says deploy X-Men and Brotherhood, no X-Force.
So no Deadpool
So
or
Cable, Deadpool, they don't count.
That only leaves Wolverine and Storm, right?
Wolverine, Storm, Mystique.
And then the rest.
Who knows if Sabretooth, but Juggernaut, obviously, because his event is coming in November. So this is where some problems could start.
Yeah,
People want to unlock Magneto,
explained.
but again, what is that problem for? Wanted to get ahead of everybody? I mean, if you want to get ahead of everybody, you spend more time in the game or spend money. So that's how they want to do it. Some people will get Magneto sooner. Is from my perspective, yeah, it sucks that you're not going to get him right away. If it's laid out how I'm thinking it's going to be laid out, but is that much of a problem? What is it from your perspective? And obviously we got big differences in age and things. So what is your perspective?
I mean, even if it's laid out, like I'm sort of envisioning it as like sort of everybody gets a 1 week event. They're going to do like a compressed event campaign for all of them. But even if it's done that way, you know, I'm not expecting him to get him the first time around, because to get him, like every other legendary event, presumably you'll need these characters at 5-star. So regardless of how they're farmable, I'm not expecting to get Magneto until these characters make their way into their game in like a permanently farmable place.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, would you consider, I think you would consider more like serious casual.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, if they came in a blitz, I'd let somebody else take the top spot, you know?
More of a serious player than a hardcore player, I would say.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know, if you have been, you're one of the originals. For some people that don't know, you're one of the original content creators about this game, and yeah, so you're not expecting it, and I guess some people are upset that he's not available when it first comes out. So,
no, that's how it's been for everybody else.
One thing I think is silly. All right, Magneto turns Brotherhood of Mutants into a Tier 1 team on order of Nick Fury and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So they're going to be a very strong team, providing a new powerful option to dominate Arena. Magneto is powerful in his own right, but teamed up with a Brotherhood, he activates potent synergies, collect Mystique, Juggernaut, Sabretooth, and Pyro to form a full Brotherhood of Mutants team.
Nothing bad there, I think.
No. I think it does confirm what we've already seen in data mines. I don't think they've officially announced all the characters. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, I don't know. If at most they've name dropped. There's nothing that now it's set in stone, you know.
Yeah, and there's not another one coming. Magneto is supposed to be the 5th member of this team, so
which is nice.
I know when it was originally thought that there would be 5 to unlock Magneto, kind of like 5 Shield minions, but yeah. So this just confirms that there's those 4 plus Magneto.
One benefit to having the X-Men is now we all have one of those characters already done, because almost everybody has Wolverine at 7-star, so you're already a 5th of the way there.
Yeah, I mean, newer players don't, but I mean, newer players shouldn't expect to get end game content as, you know, as a newer player. All right. Anyway, you know, you gotta spend time or money in a game like this, like a grindy type game. So, all right. So I think this next few paragraphs are pretty just kind of telling what it is. So let me just read through this real quickly. Mystique's ability to attack stealth characters and copy status effects are rarely a problem for teams built around stealth. We mentioned on your video with the hand teams, team reliance on hand sentry, Black Widow, even Nick Fury, leave an opening for Mystique to turn tables. With Magneto on the field, Mystique copies more positive status effects such as regenerate and offense up, which then get passed to Magneto for extended for both characters. So very strong synergy there. And they're mentioning some of these kits, what these kits do. Pyro has the ability to clear status effects of enemy targets and inflict bleed status, both of which are amplified in the presence of Magneto. Sabretooth's chain attacks cannot be countered in the presence of Magneto, and he inflicts additional damage for each Brotherhood ally on the field. Finally, Juggernaut's speed bar fills each time he's attacked while Magneto is on the field, his taunt duration is extended, which turns Juggernaut into a truly unstoppable force. Looking
crazy.
strong. The synergies look very strong. I know you've done kits for some of these characters. How does this compare to your expectations with what you've previously thought from some of these character kits?
Juggernaut, he's I mean, same general idea, like a villain protector, but I think I had more of an offensive sort of vision for Juggernaut. This seems to be a little bit more on the defensive side, but hey, I'm happy with how Juggernaut works. And quick note, from what we've data mined / told from a popular streamer, that Pyro, he actually does bonus damage based off of the bleeds on an enemy, from what we understand. So he synergize. That's why he's applying bleeds, and that's why Sabretooth applying bleeds is also really important, because there's sort of that synergy right there.
Yeah, I mean, we just need someone to like amplify it and be like way stronger. Maybe a Venom or something. I don't know, but I'm sure just this normal Brotherhood team would just be the best use of the team. All right, for a challenge of that caliber, you need more firepower. Stark Tech is a crucial element in empowering your roster. We've very recently identified a bug that prevents the benefits of Stark Tech from properly boosting your character's power numbers. The benefits to a character's statistics have always been applied correctly, but the power numbers shown on the roster was accounting for only 5% of the Stark Tech applied to the character. In the next release, Stark Tech investments will be calculated correctly, and the displayed power numbers of all your characters will increase accordingly. This will fix a few odd PvP cases and correctly display blah, blah, blah. All right. Anyway, sounds like a visual bug that they're correcting. Doesn't sound like it affected the game except in some matchup scenarios. Reaction to this?
Oh, I didn't even know it was wrong. I didn't even know it was broken, so.
All right, so, yeah, good. They're fixing it. All right, so here's where it gets juicy, guys. All right, speaking of power, whole new system is on the way, introducing Red Star promotion, a new way to amp up the power of your characters. You'll soon be able to collect red stars to promote any stars you have for a character from gold to red, with each red star providing a multiplier to character's overall power. Red stars multiply the power of your character by increasing all core stats, damage, health, armor, focus, and resistance. They do not only multiply power gain from stars, but also take into account all gear levels and Stark Tech bonuses as well. So I guess whatever they do, the multipliers applied after all those things go into place. This means that anything you do to improve a character will be amplified by any red stars you have applied for that characters. Red stars are gained from the cleverly named Red Star Orb, which drops... All right, so here's the problem. Which drops a random star promotion for a random character. All right, so before I read on, what are your thoughts so far on this red stars?
So, problem number one comes from the fact that they poorly explained it. See, in my mind, I have a very... I'm envisioning the best outcome, and I'm like, oh, that's good. Like, I'm liking in an ideal world where the red stars are relatively easy to obtain, and it's just free stat boosts, pretty much. But they do such a poor job explaining that, this is a massive system coming to this game, and they give it one paragraph of poor explanation, and then they leave the community to go wild with ideas for like, a week. And of course, now the community's gone to the worst case scenario, and knowing Fox Next, it's not too unbelievable that it would be worst case scenario. And I think that's what makes this kind of scary as a system, when you envision a world where it's just like impossible to rank up the characters you want to rank up with these random red star drops.
Yeah, I mean, everything you said is true. When I first thought of this, just brought me right to Marvel Future Fight, where you get your stars and then you get a mastery, and it was just kind of a given of ranking up a character. But the way they did it, it was the way to rank their stars up, their mastery stars, was from these Norn Stones, which applied to each character type.
Yeah.
So and that would be equivalent of
like mutant,
like a bio trait or a mutant trait or something like that in this game. And I've always assumed, just reading this, that the stats are not going to be that crazy as far as increasing them. And if it is not that much of a increase, I don't think this is going to be that bad.
And thank goodness it doesn't increase speed.
If it's just like a little increase, it'll just bump up the stats a little bit. Not required to win at the game.
Mhm.
How did you feel about the actual stat increases? Did you think it was big or small or medium?
Again, it comes down to them poorly explaining it. Like, we don't know any. This is something like they really should have been like flat out, boom, 1 red star, this is the stat increase. 2 red star, this is the stat increase. But no, they don't. There's no way to know what they. I mean, they could go, multiply everything by 2 or something like that. It could be 1.1. There's no way to tell. I mean, if I had to guess, it's either going to be like 1 point, like at most, I think it'll multiply your character stats by 2 to get them to max like 7-star red star rank. So I don't know. I can't envision it to be too big, but again, they didn't explain it, so there's no way to really know for sure.
Yeah, well, if you look at their history, they've done some things very, very poorly. But one thing that they did do that I did like was the way they did the Stark Tech bonuses. They ramp up, and they could ramp up pretty big, but they start off pretty low. Everybody could get them. Well explained, and they don't affect things that would break the game, like speed.
Yeah.
And speed is not mentioned with this. So it'll definitely make the character stronger. I don't think it'll do anything to break the game, like affect speed. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's not as strong as people are thinking it is. But the thing that bothers me, and it probably bothers you too, you get them from this orb. So you get more RNG, more gambling, which drops a random star promotion for a random character. So random star promotion. So what? Sometimes I'm going to get a 1-star promotion, or sometimes I get a 6-star promotion. What if I'm already at 6 stars and I get a 1-star promotion? Is that just wasted? And a random character.
Yeah, this is where it really gets messy.
There's the RNG upon RNG, and this orb is what I think is poorly done right here, or it has the potential to be poorly done. I mean, they could come up with something that is good, but there's so many ways that this could go horribly wrong, and I think that's what most people are assuming this is gonna be.
Yeah, this is there's again this is another huge, like, massive. They're telling us how we get it, and we get like 1 sentence to explain it, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this could be a disaster, like just so convoluted and messy. If it's actual, you need like the 2-star rank up for a character, and then the 3-star. In my ideal circumstances, I envision these red star orbs are really easy to obtain. They drop from everything, and then you just get like 2 red stars for a character, and you just apply them on. And then you can get 2 more red stars later on. You just apply those on top of them. It's sort of, they're not specific to set ranks. But then when they say they're dropping a random star promotion, that scares me. So just
yeah, I don't know if it's just they're wording things poorly and it's something good, but yeah, the way they've worded this, that there's so many mistakes that could be made and just make this game not fun. But I at this point, without knowing a lot, I'm willing to give them the benefit of doubt right now, because I do like the way that they've done the Stark Tech increases.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hold judgment on this right now. I'll see what it actually is. There's so many ways that this could suck so bad, but I'm hoping that it won't.
Yeah, I think we could probably use Stark Tech as a relatively good look at how much they're willing to increase stats for characters. At most, Stark Tech goes to a 20% increase. So,
which is pretty big, but you need a lot of investment for that, and you need a lot of hours in the game. So I think because of that, it's not something that you could just get super easily and super quick.
Yeah,
so I like that.
I think this is just a big scary thing we don't know a lot about.
This could be very bad, but I'm holding judgment right now. Just I like Stark Tech. So all right, so this is another one right here. All right, finally, making one quality of life great in the upcoming release that I think you'll be very happy to hear about. Hopefully as excited as we are. That is Save Squads available in 2.1. What was your reaction when you read that sentence?
About time. Holy cow, we need some, finally we got some saves. Maybe now it won't be so, maybe I'll actually run a little bit of Blitz here and there now.
Oh, this would be so awesome in Blitz. All right, but... All right, Save Squads will be one of the most community requested quality of life features implemented to date. Yes, I agree. Also, Save Squads are not exclusive to Blitz. Yes. You will be able to use your Save Squads in raids as well. Nice. All good, right?
Very.
All right. There's one last sentence, though. Jeez. Several Save Squads worth of slots will become active immediately. Okay. With more available later for purchase to accommodate your ever-expanding roster. What the heck?
Now, that's where it gets a little controversial, that last
what
little
the
but.
heck is this?
The fine print right there.
All right, so several again, this could be very, very bad, but several Save Squads. They're not clear here. We'll go to two games that they're kind of taking this from. Marvel Future Fight. I think you get 3.
You do, yeah, 3.
If I'm not mistaken, and you could expand that by using
Crystals.
whatever the premium currency is in that game. For that game, I didn't really use them.
It maybe costs
I didn't
$2
care.
to expand slots. That's also a thing to note. They're very cheap to buy.
Yeah, so it's all right. I was fine with it, but that game had a squad of 3.
Mm.
This is a squad of 5, and if we look at another game that this is this is actually way similar to this game. It's kind of what this game was based off, of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You get unlimited, or if you don't get unlimited, I haven't used the limit in that game as far as my squads. Just not even a thing.
That's
So,
nice.
I like that model. But again, it depends how many squads. If they give us 10 squads, the several means 10, and then you would have to use I don't know what, 100 power cores or something to expand it to 11, and another 100 to 12, and something like that. All right, that's fine. If it's 3, and I'm having to spend $5 worth of crystals, 450 or more, I would not be cool with that. I would be. This would be more of a slap in the face than something to cheer about. What do you think about the cost, the potential cost, and the save squads? How many do you think we'll get?
All right, I think we're going to get 3, because several means a little more than 2, so 3. That's what the AKA 3 in game developer talk. But I'm envisioning you get 3 for free, and then they ramp up in cost to like 50 cores, 100 cores, 200 cores, and then 400, and then the rest are just 400. And like at that...
If that was the case, would you be happy if it was released in that fashion?
Personally, for me, I think that's fine, because it's a quality of life thing. You know, as a free-to-play player, if you don't buy those, you know, you're on exactly the same level as the rest of us. If you know, the only thing it does is saves you maybe 30 seconds here and there, you know, maybe a little bit of lag whenever you have to switch out your
It does add up, though. When you play Blitz a lot, it adds up. It's a lot of time.
Every 2 hours. You know, if you want to do a 24-hour challenge, you know.
Yeah. Who would want to do that?
That sounds ridiculous.
Crazy.
Something that kid would
crazy. Jeez. Yeah, some 16-year-old.
Oh.
No 16-year-olds on here now.
Nah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, all right. Anyway. All right. So yeah, I wouldn't be happy if it was released in that fashion. I think we need more. I think if it was 10, and then it started with 50-50, then it ramped up to 100-100, and then what is it, 200? If it ramped up like that after 10, I'd be fine. I would think this is fine. So again, I'm holding judgment on this. This could be something good. This could be something okay. Or this could be something bad. I mean, it's a quality of life update, but it's not as expansive as we would want. Are we spoiled, or is this something that the community should be outraged at? Because people are upset about this.
I think it's. I know I fall in the minority when I'm okay with the worst case scenario. I've heard some people say they'd quit if they did this. I think that's a little bit of an outrageous. I mean, I mean, at the end of the day,
I mean, it's better, right?
Yeah.
If not, even the worst case scenario is better. It's just not as good as we want. Is that?
I mean,
something to quit over? And for me, no.
I think for some people, it just might be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this Red Stars. Like I said, this could be something good, could be something bad, could be something horrible. But there's so many different options. We'll see what happens with it.
I mean, I just don't like how vague they are, because vague in developer speak it's bad, and we just don't want to tell you. Like, when you say several, that's because it's 3, and you want to make it sound bigger than it is, And if I'm to interpret it how I view it,
I wouldn't be happy if it was 3. All right, but last thing I wanted to chat with you about. The cheaters, they came around in Dark Dimension, and a lot of them are banned, but apparently a lot of them are still around from what I hear on Reddit. What are your thoughts on this cheating situation going on here?
See, cheating for me, it's always... I'm more PvE focused on this game. I don't really run Blitz or Dark Dimension. I do Arena, but I really don't get too into the more PvP side of the game. So for me, if there's cheaters, I'm like, it's whatever for me. I'm not too perturbed by it. But I do think it's showing that how many cheaters there are in this game because of how impossible it is for, some people don't even view it worth their time to do things legit, that they'd rather just cheat. I mean, every game has cheaters, but the fact that there are so many in Strikeforce, because of the systems that the game has, I think that's a little showing for what kind of game Marvel Strikeforce is.
Yeah, well, I don't get it. Why spend all time?
I think it defeats the purpose.
Cheat on a mobile game, but jeez. And I think we'll see what happens this patch, because they talked about tighter security coming up this patch, and hopefully they don't stick around. But some of this, I've looked at some of the stats of some of these cheaters, and it's just not possible to get that playing normally. Unless you're just playing 24/7. So, I hope to do it with them. I do play PvP modes, so cheaters do bother me, because I do spend time playing some of these game modes. So, anyway, that is it. Unless you have anything else, Pa Pokeman.
No, I think we covered everything. Essentially, to sum up the patch, we don't know. That's the end of the day.
I think I agree that everything could be horribly wrong, but I say they did good with this Stark Tech, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt right now, because this stuff could be okay, just depending how they do all this. So I'm waiting and seeing right now. So
time will tell.
I'm holding my pitchforks before we get more detail.
Hopefully soon. Maybe. Do you know when this patch is coming out? This week, next week? What's our ETA?
I have no idea. I thought this was the patch that we were getting last week when it said we had an announcement. So it's the next one apparently. So whether that is sometime this week or the following week, we'll have to wait and see.
Who knows?
I don't know. All right, but yeah. Well, looking forward to more information about this stuff and. Give you more thorough analysis at that point. Tell them about your channel, Pa Pokeman.
Well, if you enjoy hearing Valley Flying and me talk, we just did a tier list video on my channel, and something interesting we've been doing is we've been ending each one of my videos with a little thing where for every new subscriber, I'll do something. And in my last video, I said I'd crunch this thing for every new subscriber. And I have not made a new video yet.
Uh-oh.
So for every new subscriber at the time the next video comes out on my channel, you can see me get some intense gamer hands.
I can't. We're talking here, and I can hear the audio. What are you showing everybody? I can't see the video.
No, Don't worry, it's one of those like
Is it a can?
hand things. Like those like what do you crunchers or whatever.
Oh, the grippers. The grippers.
Yeah, like one of those kind of things. But like really old. This one's like wooden. But anyway, so.
Oh, you gotta do the ones that I do on my show. The Captain's a Crush. You gotta go to get the real ones.
Yeah, now Valley, he's like a professional with this kind of this. Like Valley knows his way around these kind of things.
I try my best. I'm not at a elite level at that. So, anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. That's my take on it all, guys. Kind of wait and see. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Everything that everybody said about it, I think can happen, but I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers that it doesn't. So. That's it. I streaming Mondays, Thursdays. Check out the live stream. We have a lot of fun. I'm on Discord. We have a community growing there, and try to have fun there as well. Make sure you check out Pa Pokeman's channel. He puts out a lot of great content. Best content Marvel Strike Force ever from a 16 and 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that stuff out. And T-Public, get your Valley Flying merch. BlueStacks 4, my emulator of choice. I think that's it. All that self-promotion is done, and I got one question for you guys. What you gonna do, brothers, when Valley Flying and all the Valley Maniacs, including my brother from another mother, Pa Pokemon, comes down on you, dude? Valley Flying, out.